I've been involved in the Olympics even before we got the Olympics. So a new direction are physically based, a 10-minute walk away from the Olympic Stadium. So right at the very beginning, when the bid went in, we ran a schools festival, which was about trying to look at how young people, what they might think about the Games, what it might mean, and exploring the Olympic values and creating artwork in response to that. So we did a test event, which was really a press event with values. But what was really interesting for me was actually kids really got excited by it. Once they have to do something to actually engage with it and really start to unpick what it might mean. We then commissioned a report, a research document to consult with young people, to consult with a whole range of different stakeholders, looking at the Olympics from the point of view of learning. And it was called The Biggest Learning Opportunity on Earth. And it was looking at different ways of people finding their own relationship to the Games. And that became very empowering. It was a little tiny blue document. We did it with the think tank Demos. And it was just an amazing piece of work where people sort of thought, oh, actually, this is a great opportunity. I can do this, I can do this. I can do what LOCOG and the International Olympic Committee want me to engage with, but also I can find my own way. It's my city. How do I do this? So we've done a lot of work with schools. The biggest piece of work we did was in 2010-11. We worked with 140 schools and about 13 partners. What was really exciting was we couldn't let it go. It was like we had to, the projects all happened, they were quite small projects, but we knew we had to pull everybody together and create our own little Olympic festival. So we had something called the School of Research, which was kids going to the Unicorn Theatre and collecting the essence of London. So they'd go out, they'd interview people, they'd, one guy was capturing the sound of the river and putting it in a jam jar, Then we had a festival by the Olympic Park. There's an extraordinary venue called the View Tube where you can actually see the building happening. And then there was an amazing one. One of the organisations was Punch Drunk. And what they do is this extraordinary work where they create an environment where you are immersed in an experience. And they created this mysterious organisation called the Agency. And the Agency were looking at what is London and how can London best communicate itself to the world. And they took over this extraordinary archive of the railways. And there were literally 11 spaces that the kids physically went through and interacted in. It was amazing, amazing. So, there's great content you can do about the Games. The challenge with it is you can't own it. What the stuff we're doing at the moment is really about the outside. It's how do you find a way of understanding something that's so enormous that you can't actually own? And what's been very interesting with the London Games is education is really important. There's a fantastic website and thousands of schools are involved in a programme called Get Set, and we've encouraged schools to get involved in that. There's a cultural festival, which is enormous, but it's more about actually the impact on local people, and that's quite challenging.